Hi friends, it's Kara. So I'm already back with you guys with another storytime video. So basically, I don't know why I forgot about the story. I think I might have forgotten about it because I told it on my Snapchat a few weeks ago, and it's not really like awkward. Well, no, it was very awkward, but it's more funny. So yeah, if you don't follow me on Snapchat, you totally should. I post really stupid stuff. There's lots of pictures of my nephew and stuff like that on there. So if you want to follow me on Snapchat, it will be in the description down below. And yeah, without further ado, let's get on with this story. Okay, so when I decide that I want to go walking around in the neighborhood, I take this certain pathway to the big park that's in my neighborhood. Because the way that my neighborhood is set up, it's like a community neighborhood. So there's like many neighborhoods inside of this huge neighborhood. So there are smaller parks and then there's one big park. And so I always walk to the big park, and I like walk and weave through the neighborhood to get to the big park. And at the big park there are these two big boulders, and I always sit on these boulders. Like, they're huge, they're really big, and I always sit on them and I like kind of chill out before I decide to walk back, and I listen to music and stuff. So I decided to walk down to the park. So I was like, hey, why not? I'm kind of bored. Let's do it. So I'm walking, I'm strolling, and then I get to the park and I'm sitting on my rock. Everything is fine. Just chillaxing, watching some like Instagram videos, you know, the usual. And then I turn around and there is a group of two teenage boys and two teenage girls. Yes, I'm scared of teenage boys, but oh man, teenage girls are scary too, because man, we can be mean. Like, teenage girls can be brutal. Like, I love you girls, but like, oh my god, we can be so mean and scary. Like, it's like war out there for us teenage girls. But so basically, I was sitting on my rock and I see them and I'm like, okay, Kara, calm yourself, calm down, you will be fine. Like, just ignore that they're there. So I continue to listen to my music. I'm like trying to like hide my face, like, no, don't talk to me, please don't talk to me, please don't talk to me. And not only are they just like, I thought maybe they were leaving and they were just walking behind me to leave. No, they were like hanging out like right behind me when I was on this boulder. Like, I swear I could feel the heat of awkwardness on my back. Like, I was so nervous that like I felt like shivers everywhere. I was terrified. And it doesn't help that I look like total utter crap right now. Like, I look so bad. So I thought everything was good. I thought everything was fine. And then one of the boys, of course, walks over to me, and I'm like, oh shit. So I go ahead and take out my earbud, because you know that
You have to be nice. Ugh.
But and he comes to talk to me. I take out my earbud, and I'm not gonna say I can't remember what his actual name is. I'm just gonna say that was Nick, because I think it was something like that. It was like Zach or Nick or something like that. I don't know, it doesn't matter. But he's like, hi, I'm Nick. And I was like, hi, I'm Kara. And he's like, are you new here? No. Lived here for a while now. Well, not a long time. I've lived in that neighborhood for about 2 years now. And he was like, really? I never see you around. I was like, yeah, I don't really leave my house much. Wow, Kara, you just sound like a real loser, don't you? Like, that's all that was thinking in my head. I was like, why did I just say that? I sound like such a loser. But, and then he starts like asking me about my whole life. Like, he's like, how old are you? And like, what school do you go to? And I was talking to him, and I was doing good conversation wise. Like, I was really proud of myself.
I was like, yeah, I go to an art school, I study dance, like, I just got a car, it's pretty cool.
You know, I'm just talking, being cool. For once, I actually felt like semi-comfortable, okay? And then he finally was like, okay, well, I'll let you get back to your jam session. I was like, okay, thanks. And like 5 minutes after that, I realized how bitchy that might have sounded. Like, thank you for finally leaving me alone. Like, I feel like that's what that sounded like. and I feel so bad now. But so finally he left me alone, and they were still behind me. They were still hanging out behind me, and it was stressing me out so much. And like I maybe sat there for like another 1 or 2 minutes, and I was like,
I can't do it anymore. I'm too nervous. I'm too scared.
I was just too anxious, so I got up and I left. Okay? This story ain't over yet. No, not even close. Let's just say this was a bad walking day for me. It was very bad. So I am walking back home, and I finally, like, I was out of the park area, and I was walking through the neighborhood now. And then I hear, like, yelling behind me. I'm like,
what the fuck, bitch? Like, what? What?
and I look behind me. Who the fuck is it? It is Nick. He fucking followed me. That boy followed me. Creepy. Super creepy. Like, I realized that he was like a teenage boy. He was my age, high school student. Like, I realized he couldn't harm me, but like, socially awkward person here. Not okay. And so he runs up to me, and he's like, hey, we should hang out sometime. I'm like, he's like, yeah, let's exchange numbers. I'm like, okay. I didn't know what to do. So I couldn't tell him that I didn't have a cell phone because I already made that mistake. Watch my last story time video if you don't know what I'm talking about. Haha, put a little promo in there. Okay, anyways, but like, so I just gave him my number, and then he does not stop there. No, he's like, hey, do you need me to walk you home?
No, I did not need you to walk me home, bitch.
Excuse me. like giving away my number was a little bit too much for me already. Like, I don't know this person. Like, no. So I was like, no, I'm okay. I can get home. Like, I don't want you to have to leave your friends. And he was like, okay, well, I guess I'll text you later. See ya. And he like ran away. So of course, like, after that, the whole time I was walking home, I was paranoid. Like, I was worried that I was going to, like, that he was going to still be walking behind me. And so I'm walking, I'm strolling, and I'm not paying attention because I'm being paranoid, and I'm like ever so slightly jamming out. What do? I run into a bush because Kara logic. Kara just has to run into a flipping bush.
I'm just like, hey, Bush, let's have a fine old time and have a little carrot and bush cuddling time.
I don't know. So I'm like recovering from basically falling in this bush. Luckily, nobody was around me. And I keep on walking. I'm almost home. So I'm like, yes, the hell is almost over. Like, I'm almost home. This is great. And I got a little bit too confident in me being home, and I stopped paying attention again. And of course, in my neighborhood at the time that I was walking, some guy had his sprinklers going, and I walked right through the sprinklers. So now I had like water all over me. I'm basically soaking wet. Like, these were some, like, I don't know, but these sprinklers were ready to attack me.
I felt attacked. I felt like I was being targeted by the world. Like, not today, Satan. Not today.
So I finally get home. I'm surprised I'm like not bawling because just so many traumatic things are happening to me. And I get home and I am like literally, like, I walk in and I tell my mom, and I'm like basically hyperventilating. She's like, why are you soaking wet? And like,
There was a boy, and he chased me, and then I ran into a bush, and then I ran into sprinklers, and it just wasn't a good day.
and basically everybody in my family is like laughing so hard at me. And so during this whole time, I'm like posting this on my story. Like, I'm like, this guy just followed me. It was really creepy. And I'm posting out my story. And of course, all of my friends,
Iris, if you're watching this, aka you,
are messaging me and are like, and they're like,
Kara, socialize.
I'm like, no, I don't want to socialize. That boy was crazy. He followed me. He tried to walk me home. I don't know him. No. So yeah, that happened. It wasn't super awkward. It was just really weird, and I think it was kind of funny. So that's it for today's storytime video. I will probably have another one soon because I really like making these videos. They're super fun, and I just like having a little laugh at myself. So with that, comment, like, subscribe, do whatever you want. I don't care. And yeah, see ya. Bye.